Hello folks, hello. Let's start with a bit of advice. Don't be afraid of having sexy or sexiness in your stories. There seems to be like a backlash against that these days, but, you know, strangely not so much against violence. You know, that's always been the way, you know, like violence. People get upset over, much more upset over exposed breasts than a bunch of bodies all stacked up and bloody, you know? It seems really perverse to me. But that's just the way things are, I guess. I'm not sure if I could even begin to explain that kind of mentality. But let's get down to the story. Owen was shocked that he didn't catch a back full of gunfire and join his two men at the bottom of the stairs. Some gunfire did follow him, but it all seemed to go stray. Besides those rounds, my head caught him in the arm and shoulder. He imagined that was enough. All that blood, he felt all that blood. All that blood coming out of him, running freely from him. It looked like he was going to join his brother. Jake. His name's not Jake, but I forgot what his real name was. Jake. He's gonna join his brother Jake. I guess getting shot up. Suppose bleeding out wasn't as bad. Nasty. Didn't have time to consider if bleeding out was a nastier way to go than being shot. Got up to the top of the stairs, and to celebrate his survival, he threw two grenades, live grenades, down the stairs. Some Jade troops had moved up just in time to the bottom of the stairs to catch some explosives about the face, to catch shrapnel in their faces. And Owen stuck around long enough to fire off a few more. Did he still have his rifle implied? Fire off a few more shots with his 45. He nailed one Jade right in the face, sending him flying back. He died with his arms up on the sides, alongside his head, about his arms stretched upwards, like he died making a snow angel. Two other Jade died. Owen shot another Jade. This one through the neck, causing him to pitch forward right to the steps. He died in a less dramatic way, blinking and shivering as blood squirted out of that neck wound. Owen got out of there, but then, as he was feeling a bit lightheaded, and he was worried he'd take a tumble down the stairs and then get finished off by a Jade. I'll accept your surrender. Happily accept your surrender. Owen yelled out. Jade down there, ground floor. Nobody replied, but Owen heard plenty of shouting in Jade. So Owen heard their language quite a bit in the last war. Owen still was far from fluent. He wouldn't have minded being able to pass some insults them in their tongue. Say something like, "This is for Jake." Jake. Owen tucked his 45 back in it. Put his 45 back in the holster. How many men did he have with him? Number of men left. How many boys you got, Owen? Let's see. 1, 2. He got back to the hall with the windows in it. You find 2 of his men still alive, manning their posts with rifles, M16s in their hands. Everybody else, a dozen people, lay dead through the hall. Almost like someone had got here, opened up, and then were cut down, leaving 2 survivors. They were all actually killed. Shot through the window. Some enemy MG peppered most of the walls. Hallway. Most of the wall opposite the windows. Let's see. 1 window. Hallway. 2 entrances. Both at end were in. Sometimes just describing the layout of a room can be challenging. Not to mention there's the issue of continuity. The priest quarters in one section. Needless. Check. Need go through. Yeah. I'm not sure why that keeps bothering me. So he peppered most of them all. Owen's 2 men. Owen saw his 3 subordinates. Owen was amongst total strangers. He didn't know any of these people. Either survivor. Not that he knew the dead well. Well, he barely knew their names. He knew their loot and squad leader. Is Owen a loot, or did I call him Sarge? Call him Sarge. Then I guess I gotta delete Sir. Because you don't call a sergeant Sir, you call a sergeant Sergeant. Or Sarge. Should have come up with some shorter name for that, because, you know. Sarge is a shortening, I guess. Like how you say loot. I'm glad loot is a word that exists, because I would have used it like, I've used it like a bajillion times. Man, my brain's a bit on fire right now. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Well, that's not till tomorrow, but I'm celebrating early so I can just stay in bed all day tomorrow. I'd rather just stay inside. Whenever there's something that requires people to go out and celebrate, I prefer to stay in and be patriotic in my usual way with playing America in Call of Hearts of Iron. Call of Hearts? Combination of Call of Duty and Hearts of Iron. As that would be neat, but you need $1 billion budget to make a game like that. Game where you could do all the strategic stuff on top and then zoom down to the trenches and see the soldiers and their stories. Now that would be cool. That would be a cool game. Maybe we'll have that in 100 years or so. Hopefully people will still buy war novels then, because, you know, it would be a little sad for people like me who like to write that kind of stuff. He barely knew their names. He knew their lieutenant sergeant. Barely. They had shared a beer. Shared a few beers. Discussed their favorite movies. Hardly the stuff that long-term, lifelong relationships were made of. The three guys under Owen at the start of things. The three privates. He knew them better. They had all been killed closer to the gate, main gate, earlier. Or lying out there by the front gate. Lying out there. Dozens of dead people. In the center of a circle. They're lying out there. And with bodies all around them. Camouflaging in their location. Gate. Sergeant, what's going on? The ranking survivor, a corporal, asked Owen. It's over. Owen replied simply and without drama, dramatic tone. And to write a dramatic scene earlier. Very difficult, but you know. Writing isn't fun unless you challenge yourself constantly. Each writing session should be a struggle for the very soul. Owen said simply and without a dramatic tone. They've swarmed the building. They're gonna be coming up the stairs soon. The lower ranked survivor, a PFC, noticed Owen's nasty wounds. We gotta get that wrapped, Sergeant, PFC said, or you're gonna bleed out. The PFC was not a medic or anything close to a doctor, but Owen had a feeling he was right. Owen also had a feeling that if they traded around, if they stuck around any longer, they had no hope of escape. Fuck that, Owen muttered. We'll get patched up back at the research facility. Our fight here is done. Where do we go? The PFC asked. Can't fight our way downstairs, Owen replied. Best bet is to squeeze out a window, drop to the ground, and just run our asses off. Or surrender, Owen thought. Then he said that, as such, just to see what his comrades would say. They're not gonna take prisoners. Fucking prisoners. Unnecessary swearing, minus 10 points. The corporal noted. Like it was certain of such things. That was so. We gotta run. Okay. Owen grunted. And then he got down and retrieved a new Colt 45 and an M16 with a full mag. He grabbed some ammo. Owen didn't discard his old 45. Since he didn't holster for the new one. He just tucked it in his belt. Pant belt. His belt. He carried the M16 in both hands, despite his wounds. He then took a few extra mags of ammo. He wasn't sure how he was going to be able to reload, but maybe he just keep taking rifles. Dead men. Off dead men. Did he reload earlier? Follow me, Cohen grunted. Make sure you're locked and loaded. We're all locked and loaded. Yes, Sergeant. Command replied. Owen led the way out of the hall, fearlessly. Some Jade soldier appeared before them. They cut him down. Owen cut him down 10 shots, sending him skidding about the floor with his eyes and mouth wide open. Another fellow appeared at the doorway, and Owen put 2 in his head, put 5 in his face. The guy tumbled backwards. Owen was at the doorway. Right next, and he caught some Jade coming up the stairs. Owen and one of his men and the corporal were all cut loose then, with Owen running dry a lot quicker. The Jade were sent tumbling dead down the stairs. The corporal then chucked a grenade down there. Steps. From the sound of it, from the scream that followed the explosion, he got one of the bastards. Reload me, Owen ordered, and the corporal did that for him and himself. The PFC covered them. PFC check. Private. Apparently you get dehydrated from drinking energy drinks. Maybe that's why I've been feeling thirsty after drinking them lately. I usually don't get... Does coffee cause dehydration? I've been drinking that too, you know? I only drink like 1 cup a day. I used to never drink any, and I was frickin' falling asleep at the computer. I think I might have one of those diseases where you get no energy from anything. Yeah. This is how I feel while I'm so young, I imagine. Ugh. When I'm 50 years old, I'll probably be like Rip Van Winkle, probably like sleeping 20 hours a day like some members of my family. Covered them. And sprayed down 2 more Jade that came up the steps. Steps with 30 rounds. The next Jade that appeared was in an armored suit, and he got 2 bursts. Oh, he's from the corporal. They're just gonna keep coming. Corporal noted. Yeah, let's get out of here. Owen replied and led them out of the stairway hallway. The enemy were in hot pursuit, and Owen and Co had to soon spin around in that next hallway and return fire. A few more Jade went dead lifelessly at the doorway, but were soon replaced. There's a terrorist with a modern pump-action shotgun, likely taken off. MP appeared next, and he fired 2 blasts before he got taken down by 2 bursts through the chest. His victim was the corporal, who took 1 blast through the abdomen, and then partially disemboweled him. Let's see, road flying back. I think I had this being one of those universes where when people get shot, they go flying. Seems appropriate to me, but, you know, don't go overboard, like, the ending of, what was that movie? The Quick and the Dead? Yeah. Went a little overboard at the end there, where a guy did, like, got shot in the eye, and he did, like, 2 backflips after he was killed. I really don't know what the hell, what the most realistic thing would be. Usually, in real videos I've seen of people getting shot, they usually just fall over. Nah, it's, still pretty dramatic, you know, because you're actually seeing someone die, but, you know, you expect a bit more, I don't know, stuff to happen. Like more writhing and withering and crying and gasping. One blast, you know, was partially disemboweled him. He didn't go quickly, letting out several screams. Or ragged screams from the floor. Floor as more jade piled in, were sprayed down by Owen and the PFC. Their deaths were a lot quicker. Owen had to switch to his new 45, which he emptied into 3 jade bodies. Last fella took a bullet to the knee. Right to the knee. Went down. And went down. Dropped down. Where he could let out a scream. He got burst through the chin from the PFC. The corporal had stopped screaming. He was now having something like a seizure. Seizure. Is there a difference between seizure and seizure spelled with a C? I never heard of seizure used in place of attack. Usually when they say police seizure, I assume there was a part where some guys were like running around in SWAT gear, waving guns, but maybe not shooting anybody. He was now having something like a seizure. He was shaking all over. Sounded like jiggling. Feeling those intestines that had fallen out of his wound. He puked on himself before finally going still. Owen took aim, put a bullet between the man's eyes, making sure his suffering was over. At least Owen hoped it was. Who knows what happens when you die? Maybe in the next world, you feel the pain of your death forever. Owen didn't want to know. Find out anytime soon that was true. It happened. I had no choice. Muttered. Let's see. Reloaded M16. We gotta go. PFC replied simply. Let's see. At the end of the hall, The coast was clear in the hall. Maybe 20 seconds. At the end of the hall, Owen and the PFC came under heavy fire from the opposing doorway. Owen and the PFC both got to their doorway, leaned out, opened fire in reply. Another 2 Jade riflemen went down. Better slow down a little. If I keep killing the Jade like this, there's not going to be any left to take over the base. I'm going to have to go back and change that they had 200 men. Change to like 500 men, 600 men. Okay, maybe I'll come up with a clever way for them to get some reinforcements. Maybe I'll just be a fool and do the math incorrectly again. Ah, well, you know, c'est la vie. C'est la vie. J with a J with what's the name of that SMG I keep forgetting? W57, yeah. The W57 SMG opened up. Wait a minute, was it 10mm or 9mm? I already got quite a few notes for this story. Open up in the doorway next. And while he got Owens took him down. Took him down with 10 shots. You'll notice that his PFC was sprawled out on the ground adjacent to him. 3 bullets about his abdomen. They've been taken out. The SMG gunner got him in those few seconds in that short burst. Last burst. Such was, that was how war was. The war is. Owen thought. Some guys get shy 1,000 times. Don't get so much as a graze. Some guys get hit. Shot at once and they die. Right there. PFC was not dead. But he was dying. He managed to turn himself around, sit up, and turn himself around, getting him prone. Blood immediately formed. It's coming out of him so quick, he was soon laying in a pool. He groaned in pain and coughed. This is it for me, Sarge. PFC muttered. But I'm gonna hold this hall. Give you a chance to escape. I'm probably dead already too. Owen muttered. Replied grimly. This, that's not right. Yeah, I don't need Bing. I guess Sternly can fit. Probably dead too. These wounds haven't stopped bleeding since I got here. I got them. Your odds are better than mine. Get going. PFC replied. Said. Owen nodded and headed off then. No final wish of good luck or so on. The PFC opened up after Owen was around the next corner. Now the next corner. But he didn't last long. For a massive gunfire came his way soon after. A whole squad of Jade must have appeared in that hallway. Soon Owen heard Jade troops coming his way. He wondered what they were on. Why they were moving so recklessly. Did they think some VIP was in this place? Owen found a closet door and ensconced himself within. Well, 31 minutes in, a new record. See you later, folks.